Hello, everybody. It is me, SLD Everything, and today I will be making an unedited, unscripted tier list video so I can really get my thoughts out for the current meta, and the meta right now is really terrible, and I don't even think we need to wait at this point because right now it's been 2 days and Elsa's already fucking crazy. So, you know what? Let's just get right into it. Alright, now first one, Adam Warlock. Now, Adam got a buff, and that buff is very, very significant. I think Adam's a very fun character, and I feel like he did need his flight buff. But, like, I do understand in high elo he's crazy, and he would probably run lobbies with his damage and his, like, soul bond alone, and his passive with, like, hitting headshots. But, like, right now, I feel like there's better options for triple support, but, like, he's probably up there with, you know, an option. He's more viable now, so I'd probably put him in an A tier. I honestly, I think I might make a middle tier. You know, like, maybe, like, bottom of the barrel of A, I think. Oh, and here it is. Angela. Angela's very, very good. For some reason, people are saying that she should be nerfed, which is fucking ridiculous because of considering the current meta right now, with tanks, like, being, like, having the worst things ever happening to them, like getting kidnapped or getting CC'd, and, like, I don't really think she needs a nerf, because in a world where CC is, like, big in this game, why nerf a very strong pick? And I do think she's a very strong pick this season, even though, like, the CC kind of, like, makes her bad now because Elsa's fucking terrible this season, and she will run lobbies. So I think Angela's, like, I would say S tier, but, like, with the addition of Elsa, she's kind of lower now because, like, her ult is so, like, annoying, and it's so bad for the game. I think I'll put her on, like, high A. She's, like, close to S, but because of Elsa, she's kind of like an A tier now. Oh, and here is the next one. Now, this might be an odd thing to say, but, like, I think Marvel Rivals might have a thing with, like, nerfing dive characters. And dive, I think, is, like, one of the most avoidable things right now because dive isn't strong. Like, even if you pick Daredevil, dive is still going to, like, be very bad because, like, you have so much CC in the game. And even if you attempt to dive, if your frontline pressure isn't that strong, you're just gonna get melted and, like, crushed into the ground. So, yeah, Black Panther doesn't really have that much mobility options. Like, if you don't hit a spear dash, even if you miss like one of your spears, it's so bad because you're gonna get bursted down and, like, die so instantly. So I think I'll put him in a D tier because he needs to have, like, something, like, some sort of rework to his, like, his kit a little bit, because, like, he is skill based, but, like, with the addition to, like, so much CC in this game, it's so hard for him to thrive, and I think, like, he's a D tier. He's definitely a D tier. Black Widow. Yeah, with this reaction right now, you already know I don't like Black Widow. If you play Black Widow, you're most likely a thrower. But, like, the Black Widow is really good in high elo because, like, if you know how to aim. But, like, I don't know if it's the feeling that I don't like Black Widow at all, but, like, if you're very good at aiming with Black Widow, why not just switch to a different poke hero? Like, if you're good at aiming with Black Widow, you're most definitely going to thrive with Moon Knight. Like, Moon Knight's way better than Black Widow because his poke is so strong. But, like, Black Widow has nothing. Her, like, run is, like, very, very diveable. She's, like, a very diveable character. She does have a very good, like, dive ability where it, like, gives you an option to have an instant headshot. But, like, there's so much better heroes in this game, and, like, she's so diveable compared to, like, the other poke heroes. So I think she is bottom of the barrel. She is definitely with Black Panther, but Black Panther is way better than her because I feel like Black Panther would instantly kill her in like 3 seconds or 2, maybe even 1. I don't like Black Widow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I'm so sorry for you, Blade mains. Y'all deserve better. Y'all deserve so much more, bro. Like, I don't know what they're doing with this character anymore. Like, the first time when I saw his, like, reworked buffs, I was like, oh, maybe it's gonna be something big. But as soon as he got buffed, I'm saying in quotations because it's barely even a buff, because his damage got lowered because of that, like, patch. And, like, he does so little. He's so unviable. Like, if you're good with him, obviously you're gonna, like, do good, but, like, Blade, he needs, like, a massive, like, buff to his, like, kit, because he needs something. He really needs something. I really feel bad for you, Blade mains. And you guys deserve more. He's worse than Black Panther, in my opinion. He's way worse than Black Panther. And, like, Widow, obviously he's better than Widow. Widow is the worst DPS, in my opinion. So, yeah, he's way better than Widow. And, like, Black Panther is better than him. So, yeah, I'll put him in D tier. Oh, this is an interesting one. Captain America. Now, this was one of my most played tanks when I first decided to, like, move to tank, and he was so much fun to play. I learned his animation cancel, which made him even more funner, but, like, he got a bunch of nerfs, and, like, now he's just, like, another support, and, like, I haven't played him since, because then I found better tanks to play as, but, like, Cap is so good. He's actually really, really good. I think he's better than Angela in a lot of ways because of his ultimate. And he has like a 30% ult charge on his ultimate, which can do a lot. And combined with the Gambit ult, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, he's definitely an S tier. Now here she is, Cloak and Dagger. And I feel like Cloak and Dagger is a very, very, very skill-based healer. She's like one of the biggest skill-ceiling healers, I feel like. Because, like, she has a bubble that can self-heal herself. She has a fade that can actually go through ultimates. If you're like a good Cloak and Dagger, you are going to be a very, very good support. And I really like when a Cloak and Dagger does very good. Now, for a good Cloak and Dagger, they can actually do so good. I could already imagine it. I feel like you can fade through the Elsa ult, which is big. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure you can do it. But if you fade through that ult, it's going to be so euphoric. It's going to make a tank player cry. Yeah, I would definitely put her in S tier because her skill ceiling is insanely high. And her DPS is not even that bad either. Like, her DPS is very good. And that's why I put her in S tier. A good Cloak and Dagger can actually help you out a lot. And I love you, Cloak mains, when you're not trying to only use Cloak form to DPS. Do I have to say anything? It has been 2 days. It has been approximately 2 days. And this character is already so insane. Her very existence makes a solo tank fear for his life. If you are a good tank player, if your team is good, you will deal with Elsa no problem. But there's also another problem. If there is an Elsa in the other team that baits out Cloak Fade and then uses the ult to... Oh my god, I can't even imagine it right now. Like, it's already been 2 days and this character's already meta and so crazy. I feel like NetEase wanted to make, like, a counter to triple support and then just decide the worst way possible. There is no logic with this character. Like, you just pop it and then you just kill somebody during their support ult. You can kill an entire squad if you're, like, good with her. She's definitely not even S tier. I would honestly put her in server admin level, because a good Elsa will just ruin a tank state, not even a DPS, not even a healer. I feel like for a tank, I'm a tank main, and I hate her. I really do hate her. She needs to be nerfed immediately. Oh yeah, and it also doesn't help that the tanks weren't properly balanced or like buffed to deal with a character like this. Like, it feels like they wanted to ruin the tank's experience because she does so much damage. The DPS in this meta do so much damage. It's so bad. Why did they think this was a good idea to only buff DPS and not buff the tanks so they can handle that damage that's coming at them? Now I just don't feel like a tank anymore because of the amount of damage that's being, thrown at me. I can't even soak up damage properly because Elsa's just gonna build up her ult insanely fast and just ruin my positioning. If there's no frontline, everyone in my team is dead. And they're gonna blame me for it because I got hit by it and I can't do nothing about it. Like, this character's so broken, man. Okay, do I really have to say anything? Emma's been good. She's always been good. Like, I feel like she's a little more balanced now, but even with her, like, nerfs, she, like, for some reason got a buff, even though she was already balanced. And now she's still balanced, but, like, they decide to buff her for some reason, even though she wasn't suffering with nothing. But yeah, she's, like, above Cap, in my opinion. Like, she's a great frontline tank. She's insanely broken with her CC, and, like, her diamond form can also, like, be immune to anything. Yeah, she's definitely an S tier. Daredevil's nerfs, I feel like, were a little significant. With this hook only, his Fury meter gets 1, so you kind of have to think a little bit more with your Fury meters. Yeah, even if you do go to the backline, if the peel is very good, then you're kind of gonna have a problem. If they switch the thing, you're gonna have a problem. If they, like, switch to Emma, you're gonna have a problem. But, like, I would probably put him, like, above Cap, because Cap, his damage isn't that good for the supports to actually, like, do anything. Like, if you're good at patty caking, you could kind of avoid Cap altogether. So, like, I'd probably put him above Cap. Yeah, that's a good spot. All right, here it is. One of the most funnest characters I've ever had the pleasure of having, and that's Deadpool. Now, look, let me do a lightning round here. DPS pool, I feel like, is, like, C tier. He is better than Black Panther, Blade, and Widow, in my opinion. DPS pool does a lot of damage. If you're, like, good with positioning and, like, good with, like, building up your ult very fast, and you know the tech where you can, like, get your ult very fast, I feel like he's very good now, and he also got buffed with his ult. So yeah, DPS pool is C. While strategist pool, I feel like, is, like, B, because, like, the healing I don't think is that good, because, like, there were a lot of times where, like, my Deadpool had his healing, but, like, we would still get killed. So, like, I feel like his radius needs to be a bit higher. So yeah, B. And obviously, tank pool, with no questions asked, is probably above Daredevil, in my opinion. He's definitely an S tier because of how good he is with his upgrades. His upgrades are very good. And it also doesn't help that he's probably one of the highest DPS characters in the tank role. Yeah, he's really good. My guy. I respect Strange. Strange, in my opinion, is far more better than Mag. I will not hear it. I love Strange. He is so awesome. He's so good. I don't care if his ultimate can be stopped by a simple CC. I don't care. I love this character, and yeah, I feel like he's better than Cap, 100% better than Cap. His team up, I don't know about his team up, though. His team up is really good if you're trying to, like, pull people in and, like, burst them down a lot better. It's very good, and his nerf, in my opinion, doesn't make any fucking sense, in my opinion. The solo tank role, like, if you're solo tanking, most of the time, like, if you play, like, a solo tank, somebody who could solo tank, then it's very bad because everybody will just think, oh, I'm gonna go triple support or triple DPS, and and then just blame me anytime that I don't peel, even though I have to focus on the front line. Yeah, so, like, Strange is very good, his buffs are really good, his nerf that he got was really bullshit, in my opinion. I feel like his recovery speed needed to be higher, but, like, I guess he got a team up, so, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, I think he's above cap. He's very good. Oh my god, Gambit. As much as I love playing as Gambit, Gambit is like, I already got Lord with him. He's a really fun character to play as because he's very good with DPS. He's a main healer, and like, in my opinion, you should not be dead by a dive character. Like, the only exception I will give you is a very, very, very good Spider-Man and a Daredevil. Those are the two people I will give it to you. But if you die to a Black Panther, I will hurt you because he has one of the best repositioning in the game. He has a AoE that can push people back. So if you're like very good with your positioning, you could you could just destroy Black Panther. He's not really like a challenge in my opinion, because if you have good positioning and like good coordination, you could legitimately beat any dive character in the game with this character. He is definitely server admin level, and in my opinion, his his ult charge should be nerfed, because then it'll just ruin the game a lot more, because for some reason they thought it was a good idea to buff Punisher's ult and to buff like Wolverine's ult and to buff like Star-Lord ult, which is complete bullshit. Yeah, so no questions asked. He is going straight to server admin level. Oh yeah, Groot. Groot is very good. He has an ultimate that could do a complete squad wipe. I feel like he's definitely server admin, but like he's kind of like living ult charge. The people like to joke about the Thing being living ult charge, but he legitimately has one of the biggest hitboxes in the game. So he can be counted as living ult charge too. But yeah, he's definitely a server admin. And like his ult charge needs to be nerfed, I feel like. Because like in the same way that I think Elsa's ult needs to be nerfed, I feel like his ult needs to be nerfed a bit. I don't think the damage needs to be nerfed necessarily. I feel like his ult charge needs to be like a little more higher, so it's harder for him to get his ult, and it's, you know, you have to think about popping your ult way more, so it's more skill based. So yeah, admin level, he's a server admin. Oh my god, Hawkeye. Fuck Hawkeye, bro. This game has no place for one-shot characters. Now, I will admit, his one counter is dive, and I feel like most Hawkeyes cannot do anything about a dive character. Like, if you dive him, it's very easy to dive him. He's very diveable, and, like, he can't do nothing about it. I feel like he is definitely an A tier. His ultimate is straight up one of the most brain-dead ultimates I think I've ever seen in my life. I feel like his ult needs to be, like, nerfed in a way where, like, if he does pop his ult, he doesn't do as much damage, but he definitely, like, shoots you with the auto. And, like, yeah, he's definitely, like, I feel like he's better than Angela. No, Angela's still a dive character. He gets countered by Angela. Yeah, he's definitely better than Adam. So, yeah, I'm gonna put him in A tier. Hela. Oh my god, Hela. I hate Hela so much. Bro, there is no business for that team up with Namor being in the game still. Like, it oppresses frontline tanks so much. Like, anytime my team is down to ban, like, Hela, I'm always down. Because Hela's, like, her team up is so oppressive to frontline tanks. It should not be in the game. It should be nerfed. Or if it doesn't get nerfed, it should be taken out of the game immediately. Like, she can get died, but she has so much she has like 2 mobility options to actually destroy you. If I tried diving her as a DPS, now to be honest, I'm not a very good DPS player, but like, diving her is gonna be kind of a challenge, so I'd probably put her like above. Yeah, this is a hard one. Okay, I'd probably put her above. I'd probably put her above. Okay, let me fix this. Okay, Strange is above Daredevil. He mops the floor with Daredevil. So like I think she's behind Daredevil because Daredevil's still busted. So yeah, this is the current coordination that I put it in. Okay, now let me be serious here. Like, Hulk is a victim of Elsa Bloodstone. As soon as Hulk pops as soon as Hulk pops his ult, Elsa is going to put him out of the map. As soon as there's a map where there's like a ledge, she's going to pop that ult and just ruin that Hulk's entire day. Hulk does have a skill ceiling. I feel like he does need a few buffs to be meta. Not meta, like, he doesn't need to be meta, but I feel like he would be more viable if they, like, buffed him a little more. Because, like, this current state where Poke is just, like, very, very strong, I feel like he's a B tier. He's a B tier, honestly. Like, they might need to, like, tune him up a little bit more. Obviously, he's very usable, but, like, I feel like he just needs a little more buffs to be good. Human Torch. Now, for Human Torch in the beginning, he was kind of had, like, an identity crisis because, like, he had no sustain in the air. Like, Hela existed, and, like, Hela basically, like, ruined any day for any Torch player. I feel like Torch is a D tier. I think he is better than Blade. No, actually, I'll put him in the top of D tier. I feel like he's better than all three of these people in D tier because, like, he still has, like, more viability in the air, but, like, because of hit scan being so strong and Poke being so strong, I feel like it's harder for him to be, like, a very good character. Obviously, like, you can use him and you can climb with him, but it's going to be a lot more harder because Hela is all the way up there. In high elo, Hela is going to just squash you like a bug. So yeah, he's definitely in the top of D tier. Okay, next one is Invis. Invis, I feel like, isn't as good as a very good Cloak and Dagger player because Cloak has such a high skill ceiling, and, like, Cloak has, like, a very good, like, skill-based, how would I describe it? Skill-based playstyle, you know, where you have to think a lot and you have to, like, fade in the right moment and all that. So Invis, I feel like, is in the top of A tier because, like, I don't think she's as bad. Her healing did get reduced a bit and her cooldowns are a little higher now. I don't think people complain about Invis as much as they used to. Her healing was really good with her shield, and I feel like she's in the top of A tier. She's better than Angela, I feel like. I mean, Angela can still dive her, but, like, she's going to be, like, kind of an anti-dive, but, like, I think she's not as good as she used to be, but she's still very viable. I still see people picking her, like, a lot. So, yeah, she's definitely in the top of A tier. Okay, the next one is Iron Fist. Iron Fist. Now, for Iron Fist, I don't really know where to put him. Like, he's kind of a weird character because, like, he's a dive character, but he's also, like, a tank shredder for some reason. Like, I don't know why they did that, where they basically made him another Wolverine, but, like, kind of... I don't think he's, like, a better Wolverine, because Wolverine, I feel like, has more damage and, like, more options to kill tanks. But I feel like he plays more like a diver, and I don't really know where to put him. Like, he's a very good dive. He's very good at diving, but, like, Invis does still exist. Like, I know the shield is, like, weaker now, but, like, I feel like he's still a good dive option, especially because of his ult. His ult is very strong, and it could kill through a Hulk ult pretty easily. So I think I would put him, like, above Angela, because, like, he's still a very good dive, and if you're good with him, you're obviously gonna climb. So, yeah, A tier it is, and, like, he's not better than Invis. Invis still, like, I feel like is a very good anti-dive. Okay, now, I think Iron Man is better than Human Torch, because, like, in long range, he's pretty good, in close range, he's pretty good, but there's also another problem. Hit scan is still very strong, and, like, Poke is still very strong. He's kind of gonna get, like, just swatted into the air, onto the ground, so, like, I feel like I'll put him in a C tier. He's definitely better than Torch. He's like very viable because of his ult, doing like an insane amount of damage. So yeah, C tier it is. Alright, here's an interesting one. Jeff. I don't think Jeff is actually really bad. His healing output is actually very consistent. He heals like 100 per second, which is actually very, very good. I feel like he's very good against like dive characters that are trying to dive him. And, like, he's not actually that much bad. You know, he's not very bad. Like, compared to Season 0 until now, he would definitely be in, like, A tier or S tier. But, like, I feel like he's still a very good option, honestly. He could damage and he could heal at the same time. And if you're, like, good with positioning, you're gonna be pretty good with Jeff. And his ult is... his ult is alright. I feel like his ult needs to be buffed a little bit, where it could heal a little bit more. Yeah, he's definitely, like, I feel like he's better than Adam. No. Adam could revive you, and he could, like, definitely, like, game change the entire game. What the fuck is that selection of words? Anyways, I'll put him below Adam. He's still a very good pick. I feel like he's still very strong. His ult still needs to be buffed a little bit more. You know, like, whereas his little puddle that he leaves behind does more healing. And yeah, I think he's pretty good. A tier it is. I love this one. Loki. Loki is legitimately the strategist. Like, I don't think he's better than Gambit, because Gambit is literally the epitome of a strategist, where you could, like, damage and heal at the same time, like, have and literally position yourself in a good place so you could heal your team properly. And, like, for Loki, I feel like he has one of the most interesting playstyles in the game, because, like, it's literally just a mind game where you could like put yourself in different positions where you could still heal your team, and he's like a very good triple support option. And I feel like his cooldowns are a little, yeah, honestly his cooldowns should stay that way, because, like, it's meant for stalling, and baiting it out gives the enemy team so much value. So, like, if you're very good and, like, very strategic with Loki, I feel like he's better than Cloak in a way. So yeah, I'm gonna put him above Cloak because of how much you have to be skilled with this playstyle. All right, here it is, Luna Snow. Luna Snow is kind of like power creeped in a bit. Like, Luna Snow does have a skill ceiling. Her snowball has to be used skillfully, and, like, she's very good. You could actually run lobbies if you're very good with Luna Snow. But, like, I feel like compared to the other strategists, I feel like she's above Adam, and, like, she's definitely an A tier, but, like, I feel like compared to the other strategists, like, she's definitely A tier. Yeah, definitely an A tier. A very good pick, but, like, you're still very diveable. If you're not skilled with your snowball, you're kind of like a sitting duck, not gonna lie. Okay, here it is. Magic. Magic is very good. She does have iframes, and she is a very skill-based character. She's definitely not a meta character, but she is pretty good. Pretty good. I feel like... where should I put her? Above Iron Fist, honestly. She's more effective because she has iframes with her ability, so she's definitely an A tier. I think she's better than Invis, honestly. She's in the top of A tier for me. Now, Magneto. As much as I like to slander Magneto, as much as I love to say that Strange is a better pick for me, and overall I think he's a better character because of his shield and how big it is, and it can basically block ultimates, and his shield recovery is very fast too. I think he's above Strange because he has more options for peeling and can actually assist vanguards and, like, poke heroes, and even make dive DPS more aggressive. So I think he's above Strange. As much as it hurts, as much as I hate this option, and as much as I hate this decision I'm making, I think that he is better than Strange because of the options. Now, if my healers were better at positioning and actually dealing with dive in a certain way, or asking for help a little more and asking me what the problem is so I can deal with it, then yeah, Strange would be better. But, like, I feel like Mag has more options to where, like, the healers don't really need to communicate what is killing them. Now, Mantis. Now, Mantis, like, is kind of in a hard spot for me, because at one hand, I feel like I should put her in A tier, but, like, her triple support potential is so good, and, like, I feel like most people don't really know how to utilize a actual triple support comp. Like, triple support isn't only just about, like, oh, more healing equals more success and more sustain. Yeah, that is one part. But, like, the other part is just, like, figuring out the right comp. Like, for example, like, if you run Adam in a triple support comp, he's gonna do very well because of his high damage and him practically being a DPS and being a high burst healer. And that's why he's such a good pick. And he even has Soul Bond, which practically makes the entire team immortal. And, like, Mantis gotta be, like, one of the best anti-dives. And I feel like... yeah, I think I'll put her above, Loki, because, like, she's such a good anti-dive. She kills Black Panther in an instant. She kills Spider-Man really easily. If you have a good Mantis on your team, who's especially in a triple support comp, you are going to win that fight most of the time. Mr. Fantastic. Now, before the buffs, quote-unquote buffs, I probably would have put him, like, in high A tier, because he's still a very good pick, and he's very good in, like, helping the tanks tank. But, like, because of his buffs, I'm gonna put him in B tier, because, like, I feel like they kind of ruined him, and they honestly need to give him a proper, like, rework to where he could work as a tank and a DPS at the same time. Yeah, it's really bad for this guy. B tier it is. Moon Knight. Now, Moon Knight is like kind of a weird one for me, because, like, he's such a high burst damage person, and I will admit, he did not need none of the buffs that he got. Like, when I first heard about his first buff, I was like, okay, he gets a little more sustain, but, like, I thought the skill gap with him was to, like, place an Ankh right in front of you, so if you get dived, you could just do that and hope for the best you don't die to a Spider-Man or a Wolverine or any dive character. But, like, they kind of ruined it to where, you know, like, oh, if you throw your big schlong at him, he could actually, like, give you overshield. And I'm like, what? Bro, and it even got worse, to the point where, like, they gave him another buff where he has 2 giant Ankhs. Not Ankhs, like, those crescents, those big crescent things. And I was like, what are you doing? I'm glad he got nerfed, because he actually needed that nerf. I feel like you should nerf him a little bit more, because, like, the skill gap when he came out was, like, place an Ankh right in front of you, and then, like, hit it when you get dived. And you have to have a lot of awareness with this character, because, like, if you don't anticipate the dive before it happens, you're gonna die. But, like, because all this stuff he got, for no reason at all, I might just put him in high A tier. I think, no, he's not better than Iron Fist, honestly. I think I'll put him above Hawkeye. He's way better than Hawkeye because of his crowd control and how much damage he does. When there's a whole group of people. Yeah, so yeah, he's above Hawkeye in my opinion. Namor. If you watch my videos on stuff I hate with Marvel Rivals with all 3 of the roles, you would know I fucking hate Namor. Because, like, the Namor in my squad does not peel for my healers. I don't know why. I just have the worst luck ever with Namors, because, like, it feels like any time there's a Namor in my squad, they always, without fail, assault the team. Which is great. Keep doing that. But maybe look behind my backline so you can protect my healers from the giant black man that was right behind you. That would be very nice. But besides all that, yeah, he counters all dive. So I would probably put him at the top of A tier, because he's, like, a very good hero, and I feel like he can counter any sort of dive. And the dive heroes really have to think on how they're going to kill him. But if you run a full dive comp on him, he's going to die in, like, 2 seconds. So, yeah, I probably would put him by himself in A tier. Yeah, so, yeah, right there. Oh, no. Penny, oh, no. Now, let me be honest. If you're a very skilled Penny, then you could obviously thrive a lot, but, like, Penny's team up is gone. I don't understand why people still ban Penny. Of course, her damage is insane. Her damage is only insane if you take that fucking gun you have, that hero you have, take an off angle, and shoot it. Why don't one of my DPS take an off angle and just shoot it? I'm left, me, as the frontline tank, to just shoot it and get distracted and then just take a lot more damage. Because I'm focusing on the front line. Why do none of my DPS, my ranged DPS, shoot the goddamn Penny Nest? She's not a hard character to counter. Like, you could just destroy the Penny Nest and she's done. She's literally done. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing she could do about anything once that Penny Nest is gone. So yeah, honestly, I think she needs a bit of a rework. I know everybody's throwing around reworks everywhere, but honestly, I feel like she is a good tank, and she needs, like, a little more stuff to make her very, very good. And I'm gonna put her in C tier. She's definitely above Iron Man, in my opinion. Because of her CC, and because of all of her stuff she has in her kit, and her high burst damage, if you're, like, very good in certain maps. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put her above Iron Man in C tier. Now, here it is, Jean Grey. Now, here's a hot take I have. Now, when Overwatch released their 5 new characters, and people saw, like, Onron, the so-called Jean clone, I was like, let's not act like Jean is a fun character to play. She is a Hela clone. She's an upgraded version of Hela. And here's the thing, though. Onron is better than Jean. At least she has, like, a unique kit compared to Jean. And you guys love to say this when Black Widow is just a clone of Widowmaker, and what's her name? Elsa Bloodstone is just a clone of Ashe, but with a different kit. Now, why are we all acting like Jean is a good character? Never mention this character ever, by the way. This character is so dog water. She is good, but she's so dog water and unfun. I don't see how any person in high elo would ever consider picking this character unless they wanted to win, which is probably most of the time. So yeah, she's above Hela, but she is probably one of the most unfun characters in this entire game, and Onron beats this character in fun potential a million times over. Yeah, right there, S tier. Now here is another hot take. Psylocke. Psylocke, in my opinion, is in B tier. It's mainly because of her ult, and, like, her ult is so avoidable if you could just, like, stack it. If all 6 people were in the ult, it literally does no damage at all. She is pretty good at diving, but, like, as soon as the healers tell me what to do, Psylocke is barbecue chicken. She's so easy to deal with. She does have her invisibility, and she is a skill-based character. Obviously, you have to look out for Psylocke the same way how you have to look out for Hulk to, you know, CC him to death. But, like, she's like probably in the top of B tier for me. Put her above Hulk right here. Yeah, she's in B tier. Right there. Punisher. Ooh, yeah. I'm so excited. I hate this fucking character so much. No, I don't hate him. I should stop this because I'm mainly kind of angry because of how they decided to buff him for no reason at all, even though Mag is supposed to like counter him a million times over. But, like, I'll probably put him in, like, who's he above? He does counter dive in a way because, like, if you're very good at aiming, you obviously could put people down with that shotgun. And let's not act like this guy isn't like a living mag ult. Like, if you have a Punisher in your team that can actually aim, it's dangerous. Because, like, if a support pops her ult, the Punisher would straight up go inside, shoot them in the head, and then the support ult will stop. So yeah, I think I would put him, like, I'll probably put him above Mantis because, like, the one-shot potential with Punisher is actually insane. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in S tier. But he did not need that buff, by the way. That buff is actually fucking ridiculous. Here is another support they fucking ruined. I do not understand why they nerfed. I don't understand why they nerfed my boy Rocket. He had one of the best repositionings in the game. And it doesn't help that, like, the only thing he has strategist-wise, because when I look at a strategist, I, like, look at them in a view of, you know, like, doing damage and healing at the same time, and doing strategic plays with the team, and using comms in effective ways, and Rocket can do that, but, like, because of his nerf, he's so diveable now. Like, when I played Rocket a few times last season, like, in Season 6, and, like, he was really bad. I got killed by Spider-Man multiple times, which is actually ridiculous, because, like, if a Spider-Man or anyone would dive me, I would just, like, go into the wall and walk on their Mach 2 speed. Like, he's so diveable, he's not even skill-based at this point, because he's so slow when wall climbing. And I feel like they need to add another thing to his kit, because now he's so boring to play. I would probably put him in, like... Yeah, he's unfunctional. He's, like, in the bottom of C tier for me. Now, here she is, Rogue. I'm excited to put this character in a high place, because Rogue is legitimately one of the best tanks you could have on your team. Mainly because her ability steal is essentially a counter to everyone. She counters Emma. She counters the top tiers of this entire thing. And the amount of people who slanderize her and think she's only a brawl character is actually insane. Because, yeah, she is a brawl character, but, like, there's also another playstyle that no one really uses, and that's dive. She's such a good dive character. I don't know if NetEase was intending on her to be a dive character, but, like, she's so good at diving. She's so good at using, like, cooldowns in an effective way where you could, like, bait out their abilities and, like, get the ability, get your, like, shield, absorb the damage, punch the supports when they shoot at you. It's so good, and so many people in high elo are acknowledging that she's actually very, very good. And that's why I will probably put her... I would probably put her below Emma, because, like, Emma, like, she's, like, in the top of S tier for me, because, like, she's so good at diving. Her brawl potential's still very good, despite Poke being very strong. Her ultimate is literally an immortality button, because, like, when you use it, and then combine it with, like, a CC immune ability that you just took from, like, Emma or whatever, you are invincible. Legitimately one of the most invincible forces in this entire game. Yeah, I would probably put her in the top of S tier, and the amount of people that think that her cooldowns need to be lowered significantly are on crack. Because have you seen what she could do in high elo? Like, she is so insane in high elo, and if you buff her cooldowns, you're going to ruin the game. Like, I'm legitimately saying this in, like, the most honest way possible. If you try to, like, buff her cooldowns, it is going to be pure anarchy, and she's probably going to be one of the top tanks in the game. Yeah, so right below Emma, but, like, she's still very, very good. Scarlet Witch. Now, in low elo, Scarlet Witch is very good. She's still very good, again, by, like, peeling for a Spider-Man, but, like, I mean, most Spider-Man, let's be honest, are, like, kind of stupid. kind of stupid. But once you get those actual good Spider-Man, it doesn't even matter how much damage she cranks up. As long as he's going in Mach 2 speed, he's going to kill them very, very fast. And she is a very good assist for, like, a peel if you have, like, the Doctor Strange team up. But, like, I think she's below Psylocke. No, Hulk is definitely above her. And I feel like she's in like, B tier, like, above Fantastic, because what they did to Fantastic is actually one of the most cool things that they could do in the game. So, yeah, below Hulk, right there. Now, where do I put my little red-suited friend? Now, Spider-Man, in my opinion, a good one is server admin level. Let me explain, alright? Now, name one character besides Rogue, because, like, people never consider Rogue in the skill ceiling thing, that actually have a spreadsheet for every single combo you could do with this character. Like, there's an entire spreadsheet on animation cancels and combos for those animation cancels. I even saw a video of somebody punching so fast, and that was an animation cancel you could do on the PC. This character is insane. His pull is insane. If you have a good Spider-Man in your team, he's one of the most reliable dives in the game. And yeah, server admin level. He's very, very good. Alright, I'm not even gonna waste time on this stupid character. Now, if you have a good Squirrel Girl, she's very good. But, like, I'd probably put her, like, in, above Scarlet Witch, because if you have a good Squirrel Girl in your team, she will go crazy. A Squirrel Girl that can actually aim is crazy. So definitely above... no, she has high burst damage. I'd probably put her above Hulk. Above Hulk. Definitely above Hulk. Do I have to say more? Did he really need that buff, Netties? Did he really? Look into my eyes. Did he really? Like, they buffed his ultimate charge for no reason at all. And now, at this point, I don't even think Mag can counter him, because Punisher and Star-Lord have their ult faster than him. So he can't even counter him now. So he went from, like, from S tier to, like, into the higher parts of S tier, in my opinion. Like, he can flank, he can also dive in some cases, which is actually insane. And I feel like if you could aim with him, yeah, he's definitely better than Jean. Fuck Jean, bro. I'm all here for the Jean slander. Put her above Jean, right there. Right there. Now, here's a good one. Storm. I feel like Storm is a very reliable flyer. If you're, like, very good with her, and you're good at, like, using cover, and, like, you're very good at positioning, obviously you could get very good value from her, and she's, like, a support DPS hybrid, and she's very good. Her rework was really good. I think, like, in high elo, she's also very good, but because Hela and Jean exist, it kind of puts her, like, a little below. Just a little bit. A little bit. I feel like she's probably in the bottom of A tier. No. Yeah. In the bottom of A tier. Because, like, her, like, rework is really good. I feel like I would probably put her in C tier, but with her rework, I feel like she's a lot more sustain-ish. She could actually survive the hit scans, but, like, not by much, though. I feel like in the bottom of A tier is a good spot. The Thing. The Thing got a rework to his kit a little bit, and I feel like it was one of the best reworks you could give a tank. And, like, he's more reliable now. If you play with cover, you're honestly gonna do very well. He can dive, but, like, it's kind of hard for him to dive because, like, he has a large-ass hitbox. His body is, like, big as shit, so it's gonna kind of be hard for you to dive. But, like, as a brawler, he's really good. As, like, a sustain brawl, he's very good. He's very good at sustaining now. Like, even if he has, like, a whole bunch of damage being cranked at him, if the healers are good and you keep on punching with their haymaker, you're gonna do very well. I feel like you'll get over damaged, though. And plus, with Elsa's ult completely moving you, you know, your ability where you can't be moved, you can be moved by her ult, which is ridiculous. And I would probably put it's a he. No, I'd probably put him, like, in the top of A tier, because he's still very good. Still very, very good. He's a counter to all movement characters, which most people never consider with this character, is that he's a counter to everyone that moves. So yeah, he's above Namor. He's very good. The Gamma team-up makes it so easy to kill people with him. Oh my god. Like, if you make people vulnerable with one of your abilities, combine it with a Gamma charge, you are gonna melt through anyone. Yeah, so in the top of A tier. Thor is a really good one. He is very good. Very, very good tank. He's like one of the best tanks in the game, in my opinion. And with his reworked form, I love his rework. It's like one of the best reworks in the game. And like, he is in S tier. No doubt, no questions asked. He is above Daredevil, in my opinion. That's going to be one of the biggest hot takes right now. And he's above Daredevil. He's very good at diving. He has one of the best sustain abilities in the tank role. And yeah, put her right there. Put him right there. I don't know why I like to say her. Put him like above Daredevil right there. He's very good, very good. And he's probably one of the biggest bullies for frontline tanks. I still like, I think I had a moment where I like got bullied by a frontline Thor, and he was just spinning me around. It was so funny. So yeah, he's definitely in the top of S tier, definitely above Daredevil. Okay. This is like take 2 of like the thing I said. I said the top of A tier for Ultron. But, like, that take is gone now, so I can't really prove that take exists now. So, as I was saying in the previous take of this, I think he is in the top of D tier. His triple support reliance is very bad, and he's very bad as a strategist as a whole. He's just another DPS, in my opinion. He has no train of thought. Like, his repositioning is, like, not very... You can't really think about it that much. So yeah, top of D tier. Venom. Now, Venom is probably the dive character. He is the top diver. He is the top dog when it comes to diving. No, like, DPS even considers his presence. That is so dumb to me. Because, like, his sustain is the best sustain in the game, and that's by a mile. I would probably put him in server admin level, because like the amount of stuff you actually need to do to kill him is insane. Because like, oh, people are saying, oh, he's a CC victim. No, he isn't. The people are victims for using CC on him. Like, if you have a good frontline tank, then the Venom will be doing his job perfectly fine, because if they're using CC on him, then obviously they're going to get distracted, which is going to lead the frontline tank and the other DPS to burst everyone down, because Venom can like 1v6 an entire team with no effort, and using that ability when they have like 30 HP, they are going to be immortal. They are going to be one of the most immortal people in this game. So yeah, I think a good Venom is like the top of S tier. I don't think he's server admin level, because he's still a big guy to where, you know, like you could kind of still burst him down as Elsa or move him out of the map. So yeah, in the top of S tier, he's one of the best dives in the game. Okay, let me just put these two characters in admin level. I don't think they really need any discussion. This guy fucking got a buff for no reason, and this guy is still the top dog when it comes to just existing. NetEase loves to give their characters, you know, the best spot for just existing. So yeah, these two characters are in server admin level, and if you agree with my takes on these characters, then you could leave a comment. But if you disagree, I would love to have a discussion with you in the comment section. So yeah, all these characters can still be usable. Don't get it twisted, alright? All these characters might have, you know, like some struggles, but like they could still be used, and if you play them well, you're obviously gonna climb, alright? So don't take this personally. I just think, me personally, like, these characters are here and these characters are here. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Like and subscribe if you enjoy, and there's gonna be more videos coming. I don't know how long this video is gonna take for me to edit. I'm probably gonna edit this, and my DaVinci is gonna die like usual. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bye.